Hello there. Welcome to Five Figures. And I'm going to start off today with this Molten Hound. This is a Fortnite figure. This is from Jazzwares. This is their 3 3/4 inch line, or their 4-inch line as they call it. I already picked up the Jazzwares 6-inch one. He is fantastic. And I stopped by Ross the other day, and they had these guys for like $5. And, you know, at $12 at Walmart, these are kind of hard for me to buy. But at $5, I am in on these all day long. So yeah, just a little Molten Hound, and comes with a harvester, comes with a piece of building material, one of those planks of wood. Pretty basic little guy, but if you don't know the articulation on these, they're just about what a Jazzwares is, except that their hands, they don't have the movable joints. Double jointed knees on a 3 3/4 inch scale, ball joint ankles, ball joint hips. They don't. Ooh, they do. Nope. They don't have an upper thigh rotation. They don't have an upper bicep rotation, but they do have just a nice range of motion, plus a nice ab crunch and a waist rotation. For figures this small, I mean, they're right in there with like a G.I. Joe. Maybe not quite that crazy, but they're really, really well done. I can't recommend them enough. I would recommend them at $5 if you can get them, as opposed to like 12. The other one that I got was Fortnite's Calamity. I have, for some reason, this particular skin has saved my ass a ton of times in different battles and different teams. I have a little soft spot for it. She's got like a little leather coat here that's fantastic, a little rubber scarf, and she comes with her harvester and her hat. Her hat is not removable. She has all the same articulation as him, a nice ab crunch, double jointed knees, ball joint, ankle pivot, all that stuff, ball jointed shoulder, single jointed elbows, and their hands they turn, but they also move in and out, which is kind of nice. They're really well done. And if you can snag these for $5, if you can get them anywhere for less than 10, you're probably doing all right to grab them. I do love them. I love Fortnite, and these are some that I have definitely been wanting, and that's why I love Ross, because I can buy stuff for so cheap there sometimes. Next up, I'll take a look at Charlotte. This is one I got at a Walmart just the other day because she was on sale. This is typically like it's a basic, and it's a newer basic, so it does not have the upper bicep cut, the waist rotation, or the waist. It has the waist rotation. It doesn't have the ab crunch like the older ones did. And also, you just get an ankle rotation. You don't get an ankle joint. You just get I guess they call it a mid-calf rotation. Single jointed knees. And as always on a Mattel basic, the knees are so stiff. All of these are so stiff. But, you know, the face printing on this Charlotte Flair is so much better than it is on so many others. It captures her haughty, god-awful attitude. Those of you who don't watch wrestling, it's Ric Flair's daughter. So, anyway, she's not highly posable, but the aesthetics of her are very, very, very good. The paint work is very, very good, and the sculpt work is very, very good. They've just backed off on a lot of their articulation for their basics because they're trying to keep them in that cheaper price point, and I can understand that. It makes me a little sad, but I can live with it. Next up, this is a Walgreens exclusive Transformer. This is from the Titan series, I believe, and it's Brainstorm. Or no, this is a Headmaster series, because his head pops off and transforms into another guy. This is a guy I just had to have because of his big X shape of his body, his color palette, definitely the colors of New Mexico, and just aesthetically, this guy just rocked. I can't even begin to transform him. I'm not even going to try. It's been a while since I've had this guy. Holy cow, I just pulled him in two. He does do that. He has a thing that he snaps apart. It's part of his transformation, but like I said, it was a Walgreens exclusive, so this one was really hard to find, and I just absolutely love it. I've seen it in some other videos and had to get one for myself, and just thought I'd show it off because it is one of the better. I love this era of Transformers more than virtually any other. I like them better than the modern stuff that I've been seeing. Just really happy with it. And last but not least, certainly not least, the most not least you can get. This is a figure I've been wanting like my whole life. This is She-Ra, and it's the Filmation She-Ra, and she looks beautiful. I love this Filmation look that they've got on stuff because it's so clean, it's so crisp, it's so animated looking, and it is really, really something to behold. I have an Adora figure from this line, and I love it, and I couldn't get a She-Ra, and then finally for my birthday I decided, you know what, we're going to spend the money, I'm going to get me a She-Ra. And I had just gotten all those other stuff from this company, from Super 7, and I had to top off my Super 7, my Masters of the Universe collection. I had to have a She-Ra. And I don't know about these boots. I know she had heels in the comic or in the cartoon, but I'm just trying to think if they were quite like that. I want to say they were slightly different, but you know, it's been a while since I watched it, and it's hard to tell. My only thing I noticed about this figure that I was kind of concerned about is some of that, like the hands have a little bit of a, I don't know, almost an opaque look to them. Like it's not transparent by any means, but it's not quite as colorful as I would have thought. You know, as creamy of colored. Like her legs, clearly, these look fine, and maybe it's not showing up in the camera so much, but her face and her hands could be a little bit, I don't know, a little bit denser colored, I guess. They just look a little bit opaque. Slightly. Not a lot. Not enough I'm going to complain, but just enough I would mention it. And she comes with her Sword of Power. She came with a doinky shield that I've never seen her carry. And I just love this thing. I love the character. I've been a She-Ra fan, well, basically my whole life, because I was very young when I was watching this. And I remember I watched He-Man a little bit, but my parents weren't as much into letting me watch He-Man for some reason. And, until She-Ra came out, that's when I really started watching it. And I watched so much more of this than I watched of any of the others. And I really appreciated the show. I loved the characters. Look at these thighs. Look at that. It's great. Anyway, it was definitely something I had to have, and definitely something I just got. And I'm super happy to have it. And you know what? That's it. A couple of blondes, cowboy and a knight and a robot guy. That's a video, man. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.